I'm gonna link the rear brake caliper and rotor and everything linked right on the top and down in the description. I'm also gonna leave parts and all that links in the description, so if you're gonna go ahead and do this project yourself, you guys know what you're getting into with parts. And I will also list the tools that were needed to do the front brakes on this car. Alright guys, first things first is remove the caps. Pretty simple. Next is jack up the car. Alright guys, so in the back here, you're just going to remove the covers right here. These are the covers to the bolts for the caliper. Just like that, they pull right off. I'll just say sorry in advance for getting in front of the camera, but I need to use a breaker bar on these bolts in order to get this off. That's how hard it is. Ugh. 18mm number 2. Put that aside, and here comes the whole brake assembly here, caliper and all. I skipped the part of removing the caliper from the brake bracket here, okay? Because you can do this job without having to do that step. So I'm gonna go ahead. I probably did this a little bit backwards. I probably should have removed this brace here first, but I'm just gonna go ahead and pop that off. Squeeze one side, squeeze the other side, and it should just pop right off. I'm gonna keep this compressed so I can just reinstall that in reverse. All right guys, as you can see here, I'm just gonna remove this rear. I'm just gonna remove the caliper from the brake bracket here. Just like that. Now the brake bracket is off, and I can just go ahead and finish removing these brake pads. 1 and 2. As you can see, the inner side clips into the caliper. Okay, you can see how it just clips right in there. You can see they're pretty low. Next step, guys, is to take a C-clamp here and collapse the caliper. The last thing we're gonna do here is remove the, just make sure the caliper stays up there nicely. Next thing I'm gonna do here is remove the caliper. This, you can see, takes a Torx bit T15. Okay, that's the bolt to hold that rotor in place. Next is, obviously this is rusted, so depending on how much rust you guys have, you should spray this with PB Blaster, but since this car is only really like a 1.5 years old, I'm just gonna go ahead and knock it a couple times with the hammer. Make sure you put earplugs in, because metal on metal hurts. As you can see, 1-2 smacks, it's gone. All right, guys, so here's the new rotor. You can see that they grease it. So we're gonna take some brake clean and degrease it. These are really nice rotors. Put that bad boy back where it was. Reinstall in reverse. Guys, I normally just snug these. I don't usually go all out tightening them down because yeah, getting them off again is never fun. So I did everything a little bit backwards coming off, but putting everything back together, I'm going to reinstall the bracket. On like this. Remember, the bracket's held on by the 18mm bolts. And as you can see, when the caliper is out of the way, it's very easy to see how this is held into place. So that's why you normally remove the caliper first. All right, guys. I had to take a break and run out because the shop gave me the wrong pads originally here. So for some reason they gave me one pad, the pads here with a dual piston, where the Volvo, as you can see, has a single piston caliper in the front. I don't know which year they changed that over, but if you're changing the pads on a 2017 model year and probably newer, you're gonna look at a single piston caliper rather than a dual. So make sure that before you purchase parts, you do the proper research on your car so you don't waste time like I just did, having to run out and get different pads. So now that we're done running around with nonsense here, we're gonna just reinstall the new pads and get done with this. All right, so for starters, we're just gonna go ahead and install the inside. Just press that in. And the outside one literally just goes in like this, and it just sits in there like that, guys. Now we just go ahead and place it onto the rotor. Sits in there like that, guys. Or the other thing you can do is place it onto the brake caliper bracket and just slide everything into place like that. Reinstall the bolts in the back of the caliper. Now that the whole assembly is back on there solid, we're just, like I said earlier, reverse the order of installation here. What's up?
You get the back?
Not yet. I just finished the front. Let me just wrap it up. Hold on. Alright, guys. Just like that, we're done. Like I said, reinstalling this bracket is very easy. Just pinch it right here, slide the top on, release that, then pinch it here, slide the bottom on, and it's in place. So we are done with this. I'm just going to reinstall the wheel, and we're done. Pump the brakes, and you should be good to go. Again, guys, I did a little out of order earlier. Remove the brake caliper here and then remove the brake bracket second. All right, guys, I want to just thank you for watching. If you liked what you see here, hit the thumbs up, leave a comment below, and smash that subscribe. Thank you. I will see you guys next time.